Hey guys, it's me again. So I said I was gonna come up on here and uh, try to talk to you guys about our 4 years of infertility and all that we struggled with and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, before I start though, I want to just say that I've been experiencing a lot of shortness of breath, and so I feel like I'm like struggling to breathe lately. So yeah, so if I struggle to breathe a little, then it's just me struggling with my air. But so anyways, I want to start by saying that okay, my husband and I have been together or been married for 4 years. And since we got married, we wanted to start trying to have kids, because you know, we don't get any younger and just that. So I knew I was gonna have a little bit of trouble conceiving because I didn't get my period. And the reason why sorry. And the reason why was because I was diagnosed with a pituitary tumor, and what that is a abnormal growth, like right in your brain, like right here, kind of, and it's right where the master gland is, and the master gland kind of sends signals down to your body to do what it's supposed to do. And so because of the tumor was like pressing on it, it was like not letting my master gland control what it needed to be controlled. So I stopped having my periods, I started gaining weight, and I started seeing a lot of hair growth and whatnot. Now, before my husband and I got married, I was seeing um, a neurologist. And when I was seeing a neurologist, I didn't have insurance or anything like that. Everything was coming out of my pocket, and it was kind of pricey. It was kind of expensive. And I mean, I obviously knew that I needed to take care of that, but it was a lot of money um, coming out of my pocket. I was seeing a neurologist, and he said that I could have the pituitary tumor burned out, so that I wouldn't have these issues anymore. So he said that I could go see a neurosurgeon. So when my husband and I got married, he had me to insurance, and I started seeing like the neurosurgeon, and he said that um, he could do it, but he would prefer if I looked into different choices because I was already taking a pill to control my periods and my hormones and stuff like that. And honestly, the pill was awful, awful. I could not tolerate it. It was just the worst thing in the world. I would sweat, and then I would throw up, and then I would get really hot, and then I would get really cold. It was just a horrible thing to have to take. So I told him that I couldn't tolerate it, and he said before surgery, he said I could do it just before the surgery. Try something else because we want we want people to try different methods, like a couple of different methods before the surgery, because it is major surgery. You do go out, down under anesthesia, and so try something else. Try a different pill. So he told me about a different pill, and I was like, okay, so prescribe it. And he's like, well, I can't. You have to go see a endocrinologist. So I made an appointment with an endocrinologist. Now, pause a little bit. I don't remember my dates. That was, 4 years ago, and I really don't keep track of my dates, so sorry. Anyways, I made an appointment with my endocrinologist, and he prescribed the pill to me, and he said if I wanted to get pregnant, and I said, yeah, that's why I'm here, basically. And he said that it was a pill that I was going to take twice a week, and I was going to start getting my periods. And I did, and it had no side effects whatsoever. So I was really, really glad for that. So after that, I had to go see him every 6 months and have to have MRIs like every 6 months just to check and see how my pituitary tumor was shrinking or whatnot, or if I needed uh, another alternative, another medication, or surgery. So after a year passed, and he said, "You're still not pregnant?" And I said, "No, I'm still not pregnant." And he said, "Well, I would recommend for you to talk to your OB, and then she'll know what to do from there." So I went to my OB for my regular checkup, and then I talked to her about it, and I said, "What are things that you can do to help me out with this not being able to have kids thing?" And she said, "You've been trying for a year," and I said, "Yes." She said, "What I can do is have you do a few tests, and then I can like transfer you to a reproductive endocrinologist." And I said, "Okay." So she said, "Here, you were gonna do an appointment with the reproductive endocrinologist, and before you do it, your husband needs to have a semen analysis test, and then you need to have an HSG and some blood work." So we did. My husband had his first semen analysis came back kind of low on the count, and because I guess it was because it was his first time, having to do a semen analysis or whatever, and he was nervous or something. And excuse me, but I have a freaking hot ass lamp right here, and I'm sweating like a pig because my lighting around my room sucks, and it's raining all day. It's been raining all day, and yeah, there's no light outside, so excuse me. Anyways, um, yeah, his first semen analysis, his count came back low, and so we were thinking it was basically gonna be that his count was low, and that's why we couldn't conceive. And then our doctor sent them to another um, semen analysis, and his this time around it came back fine, and so the doctor wanted him to see a urologist. So he went to a urologist, and he had like an ultrasound to check for varicose veins or something like that. And his urologist said everything was fine. There shouldn't be a reason why we weren't conceiving from like his part. So we went to have an HSG for me, and the doctor told me that everything was fine. The liquid that they throw in or whatever they put in did flow through both of my tubes, so my tubes were fine. So after everything, we went to see the reproductive endocrinologist. We made the appointment and we went to see him, and he was looking at our papers and everything, and he said that there was no reason why we're not getting pregnant, and there was no reason why we were having problems getting pregnant. So he diagnosed us with unexplained infertility. So which sucks because you don't know what's wrong with you. You don't know why you can't conceive. You just don't know what's going on. So he talks about IVF and IUI, and then Clomid and everything that he could do to help us out. And we opted for, he said you could either start with Clomid, you could start with an IUI, or you could go ahead and jump into an IVF. And I was like, IVF is so much money. We don't have that kind of money. So we opted to do an IUI. Now, obviously, our insurance doesn't cover an IUI. It covers diagnostics, like diagnosis of like your infertility, but it doesn't cover the actual procedures or anything like that. So we had to pay for our IUI, which really, honestly, it was not that much. Not like I thought it was going to be. So we had an IUI done, and that didn't work. So we decided to not have anything done until maybe within the next year. So we just asked him for Clomid and like ultrasounds and stuff like that, and he gave us that. And then he said that once we were ready to go back and do IUI, that it was gonna be fine. Oh damn, I'm past 10 minutes. Sorry. So we had Clomid and stuff like that, and we were just skipping a few months and whatnot. On this, I remember last year, yes, like around June last year, um, I started feeling weird and started feeling like weird symptoms, and I was like, man, I'm sure my period's just around the corner and blah blah blah. But it was symptoms that I hadn't experienced, so I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. It was very light positive, and I was already late, like 4 days, and the line was very faint. So I mean, shit, I was excited. I was pregnant. I've never in my entire life have gotten a pregnancy test to turn out and be positive. So I was extremely happy. From the time that I found out that I was pregnant, which was like a Wednesday, Tuesday, to the time that I miscarried, which was like a Saturday. I mean, I knew I was only pregnant for like 3, 4 days. So yeah, pregnancy was a miscarriage, and it was really awful because it's something you've been waiting for your entire freaking life, and for it to be a miscarriage, it just sucked. But it went on, and then we were fine with it after a while. I mean, it kind of, something inside of me told me that it wasn't going to work out, that I should be okay with it, and this and that. And for some reason, obviously, as much as I wanted it, it just ended up not working out. Sorry, it's kind of saddening to remember. So, and then that was 3 years. And then in December of that same year, November, I think, marked 4 years of infertility of last year. And I think so. December or November marked 4 years, and then December was, when we got another pregnancy test. And I took that pregnancy test. I was feeling like I was feeling the first time around. And so I was at work and I went to Walgreens and I bought a pregnancy test and I took it there, and it ended up being so friggin' positive, like really bright positive, like super positive, that I said I wasn't gonna tell my husband because I wasn't gonna see him till the night, and it was just like 2 o'clock or something like that because we were going on break. So um, I t- ended up being pregnant uh, that December of last year, 2011, and I told my husband and everything, and we were very excited. I just didn't want to take it, like it's gonna stay, because I don't know if it's gonna happen again or not. So far it's been going good. Like I said, I'm 35 weeks pregnant, and baby's almost here, and I'm just ready. And honestly, to tell you guys the truth, I think everything happened because I had 2 jobs. I was not thinking about it. I stopped making my vlogs. I've always been on Facebook, but I've stopped making my vlogs and I've stopped thinking about it. I enrolled in school. I was taking photography class. That was taking my mind off of me wanting a child so bad. The pill that I was taking, it helped me out. I feel like it helped me out. I wasn't feeling bad. I didn't have so many weird symptoms, and I was just feeling good. And then school and work and distractions, like going out of town, going to my country, and this and that. Basically, what I think got us pregnant. I was not taking OBKs. My husband just said to stop everything. And so I wasn't taking OBKs, and I wasn't charting, and I wasn't like timing sex or anything like that. I just let it go. I said whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go in school, enroll in school, finish it, and then we'll see what we'll do. But yeah, that was between 4 years, 2007 to um, 2011. So it was 4 years of infertility, but I never thought that me not thinking about it and not doing what I was supposed to be doing, like charting and um, timing sex and all this stuff, was going to help me out. And it did. So, but that's what we went through. I hope I explained a little better of what I have and my pituitary information, which is not really good, but it's what I remember from doctors telling me. Thank y'all for watching.